Yo, 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 what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And as you can see, we're taking another step up in the sports car series here on iRacing in the Toyota 296 GT3, in the GT3 Challenge. And we are here at the famous international circuit here at Okayama. One of my favorite tracks, actually. And yeah, let me tell you, this car is an absolute rocket ship to drive. But enough chitter chatter, let's get straight into the race. As we round the final corner, we're gonna put our foot to the floor and let this 600 horsepower V6 sing its heart out down the home straight. We are jostling for position here in the mid-pack, in the Vodafone chrome livery there, as you can see in the center of your screen. But heading into T1, we have Thomas Landaeta in front of us, as well as Paul Doyle to the rear. And as we fight for our position on the exit of T1, we're now entering turn 2, which is very, very hard. It's so easy in this car to spin up those rear tires and send your car for a spin, but we managed to do so successfully. Now heading into the fast right-left combo before the corner, heading up the hill. And as you can see, all drivers taking it rather cautiously. But as you can see, as we hop onto the rear chase, I'm gonna have a little bit of a moment up the hill and we almost lose the car. Oh my goodness. Luckily we have a bit of TC and correction there to make sure we keep it on track, but that's gonna allow Paul Doyle behind us hopefully not to have such a quick run on us. But heading into the slow hairpin, we do seal the corner off nicely, securing our P12. But there's a gaggle of cars right in front of us, and heading into Piper and Revolver, you know there's going to be some carnage. So let's see how it all plays out here on these cold tires of the Ferrari. But as you can see, Landaeta takes a bit of grass onto the corner, but it doesn't seem to be slowing him down way too much. And as we head into the slow left-hander, it looks like we have a beached car in the middle of the track. Oh my god, Landaeta pulls off the maneuver somehow to avoid that car, but unbelievable. We managed to take the inside line, avoiding all of the carnage, now slotting behind Marcelo Villar. But let's take a look at exactly what happened to our friend in the yellow liveried car. Here we are heading into Redman corner, and it looks like he's just overcooked those rears and taken too much speed into the corner, parks it in the middle of the track, doesn't rejoin, but then, oh my goodness, he lets us by. But then the next car is not so lucky, as he just plants his foot on the throttle, removing the front end of his car and ruining another guy's race. You hate to see it. I am just fortunate that he did not decide to pull that move when I was passing him. So we are unscathed at the end of a crazy lap 1 into P9, behind our boy Marcelo and in front of Thomas Landaeta, who we were behind in the opening few corners of the race. But now it's just about controlling our pace, controlling the temperature in the tires, and making sure we can mount an attack onto Marcelo. The gap is 7/10 now, and it's ever increasing as we head through the Moss S, now into Atwood, a very heavy braking zone, but you don't want to scrub too much speed and get your foot on the power early, heading up the hill down the straight. But as you can see, there's a yellow flag deployed as a car is beached on the right side of the grass. Let's take a quick look and see what happened to that driver. As you can see, heading up the hill in Atwood curve, and it looks like he's just gotten onto the power way too much and just loses the rear of the car. And let me tell you, that is very easy to do, so there is no shame in that whatsoever. I've done it a few times myself in practice, but he is able to continue as we flash back to the live action, now heading into the hairpin, and it looks like the gap is increasing to Marcelo. As you can see, it's 1.2 seconds now. So like I said, we cannot let this gap keep on increasing if we are to have a chance here in the podium positions of this 10-lap sprint at Okayama. But now heading into Redman corner again. Is there going to be more carnage on the third lap? And as you can see, oh my god, there's a puff of smoke and there's a car turned around. But again, we avoid the action. Can you believe it? We're getting very lucky here, avoiding all of the cars leaving the track. But let's see exactly what happened to that car in the Oreo livery. Very nice, I must say indeed. But as you can see, heading into the slow left-hander, he takes a very tight line. He's never going to make that corner. And as you can see, he just gets spun round. That was a pretty suicidal move. But then he oh my god. That's a second rejoin there, and now we're jumping on board to the cockpit cam of the driver, who was unfortunately a victim of that rejoin. As you can see, you can't even see the guy, and yeah, not much more to say about that. That would piss me the F off, I cannot even lie. But now we are skipping on to lap 4 of this Grand Prix, and there's a car slowing down. That is Caden Benke in front of us. So Marcelo is able to pass him, and now we have a new car in front of us. But I want you to take a look. Look at the saves Benke does. Tokyo drift style. My boy keeps it on track. That was a very, very cool move. I must admit, something straight out of Hollywood there. But it has slowed him down to the point where we are now only 8 tenths behind Caden. So now jumping on to the end of lap 4, we've closed that gap right down to both Caden and Marcelo. So now is our time to strike, heading down the home straight. We need a bunch of slipstream from Benke here. Now the gap is 1/10. Are we going to be able to pull alongside here? We shoot to the inside and we're not close enough to send it into turn 1. So we have to remain in P7, unfortunately. But now heading into turn 2, can we get a better exit? But look at Benke. He's sliding all over the place, taking the curbing and then ultimately losing the car. What has happened to Caden Benke there? It looks like he had absolutely zero grip. My boy was driving on ice there, heading into T2, but there's another car off. Can you believe it? It's almost like every corner we try and face, there's a car spinning the other way round. But let's quickly jump back and take a look at both of those crazy moments. As you can see, here is Caden Benke. It looks like he's lost the car even before heading into the turn and tries to overcorrect. And oh mate, that is just tough to see. Their grip was negative 1,000 there for Caden. Unfortunate there, but he is able to keep the car going. And now this is the Spain colored livery. And then again, like we saw earlier in this race, heading up Atwood Curve, you just overcook the tires, get too greedy on the throttle, and that is the result you're going to find 99% of the time. And there you can see we do make the pass on him heading down the straight. So now we have inherited P5 in this race. Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? The amount of freebies we have received in this Grand Prix has been lovely, to say the least. And now we are again behind Marcelo Villar, 1.2 seconds heading into Piper and Revolver. So now again the mission is to hunt our boy Marcelo down. But as we exit the corner, can you believe it? We just, oh my god, we get too trigger happy on the throttle and we suffer the same fate so many drivers before us have. Let's see what happens here. We take a decent exit, but heading into this left-hander, look what happens. I don't know. I think we might have gone a bit wide. It doesn't look like we touched the grass, but on the curbing, if you get too excited on that throttle pedal, you will find yourself in the wall. But somehow we don't lose our rear wing, even though we take a direct shunt into those tire barriers. So our race is still very much alive, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like we've only lost a couple of places. But jumping forward onto lap 6, you can see we are now in P8 behind Ruben Ortiz. So he will be the next challenge for us in this race. Heading up Atwood Curve, we need a really good exit here. But look behind us, Angel Munoz. He's going to prove a little bit of a problem here. Heading down the straight, he is definitely in slipstream range, and as you can see, heading towards the hairpin. Is he going to try and move onto the inside? He feints inside, but then it's all a fake, trying to intimidate me heading into the hairpin. But we do not waver in our confidence. That is our corner, and we took it so now we are still behind Ruben Ortiz, but unfortunately having to defend into the hairpin, we lose a bit of time, a couple of tenths there to Ruben in front. So now the chance of a podium is even more unlikely. But now as we jump forward on to lap 8, as you can see, the gap is now 2 seconds, so our pace is rather dwindling here. But we really need some sort of miracle here if we are going to pass any more cars in this race. And just as I say that, our prayers are going to be answered. As you can see up ahead, Ruben has a bit of a moment into the right-hander. He goes off track but then rejoins. Are we going to be able to pull up alongside? Oh my god, he's squeezing us a little bit, just 1 car length, but we get a massive amount of understeer there, and then we pile into the back of Ruben. That is a very stupid move from myself, and I should have apologized in the moment. The adrenaline was definitely pumping, and now we dart to the inside. What an aggressive move from us, but look at that. Ruben is squeezing us into the wall like a freshly squeezed orange juice, and we fight it into T1. Oh my goodness, what a sequence of events there. We have to definitely look back, but in the moment we inherit P7 by the overtake there. But let's see exactly what happened here, starting all the way back into the moment where he lost the car onto the grass. As you can see, we have so much more speed than him. We get up alongside, so we're equally alongside one another, but then I get a massive amount of understeer, and then I plow into the back of him, not able to slow the car down. Again, that is definitely my fault. But here, it really feels like this was an aggressive, really like block kind of thing from Ruben, and I'm not sure, but there was no need for him to go that aggressive into me, but we do make the move stick, having the inside line, so I think it's all fair racing there. But again, this is definitely my fault heading out of the final corner. As you can see, I just lose the car to understeer, then I don't brake enough, and then yeah, but I really should have apologized. As I said before, that wasn't an okay move from myself on Ruben. But here, as you can see, he just decides to dart across the track, and I don't know about you, but it felt a little bit retaliation-esque in the moment. But the race does continue. We are not done yet. It's skipping forward onto the final lap, and that is not the last you will see of Ruben Ortiz. So let's see exactly what happens here. As you can see, the white flag is out, so it is hammer time now. And in the cockpit, I'm just thinking, come on, let's keep it together for these final few corners. So heading down the straight after Atwood curve, this is Ruben's POV, and as you can see, he is gaining through the slipstream down the straight. Is he going to challenge me to the inside? It's the last lap, so you better believe he is, and he's not even alongside. As I start to break into the, and I'm turning into the corner, he sends it down the inside, and I do not take a spin. Rather, he is the one whose car takes a little bit of a spin into the corner, and at the moment I was thinking, oh my god, I've hit him again and I've taken him out the race. There's no way I've done it twice to the same guy. But as we round the final corner in this race, all I can think of was, let me get it on replay, let's see exactly what happened. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, at the time I was feeling like absolute shit. I was like, mate, I've crashed into this guy twice now in the same race. So as we round the final corner, as you can see, we are going to end up in P7. But again, it wasn't a really nice feeling at the end of this race. Yes, it was a hard, fought race, but at the time, let me tell you, it was kind of a shitty feeling, like Piastri, winning that race against Lando after Team Orders. But let's finally have a look at this incident. So, as we all know, this is the final lap of the race. As you can see, he's not alongside. He pulls it. I'm already braking here, and then, oh, mate, I don't know. I feel like I left enough space. Let's look at it. As you can see, I brake so much earlier, and he's not even alongside. This is a completely desperate move, but it's understandable. As I'm turning in, he's not alongside. He's not alongside. I'm in the corner, and then he's not even making the corner. He was full lock. I don't know if you saw that, but we're going to go back onto the rear chase in slow motion. I really do feel like after watching this 1,000 times, I don't think he was ever going to make the corner. You'll see it soon. He's full lock and he drives straight into me. Should I have left more space? Perhaps. But I really do think, and this is going to give you a great indication, watch his steering wheel at the apex of the corner. He is full lock and he's still driving into me. So even if I'm not there, I don't think he's making the corner. But anyway, let me know what you think of that one. I'd love to know what you guys think of that incident. Let's have a look at the results now. As we all know, P7 and Peter O'Donnell wins the race. So well done, mate. Congratulations to you. We do gain a bit of iRating there on top of the P7. As you can see, 27 there to reach 1465. But yeah, I really, really, really want to hear what you think of those incidents. Again, the tap in the back from me to Ortiz was definitely my fault. But that last lunge by him, I really don't think I was at fault. But again, let me know what you think. I hope you did enjoy this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.